The legendary mercenary hero Naofumi Iwatani has just killed the king. Leaving the room, he's going to have a lot more trials and tribulations ahead of him. How will he approach all of those trials? How will the kingdom react to the king's death? How will the queen react toward it? And what actions will Naofumi have toward the other heroes? Will he soon realize that they are not worth his time and end their lives too? Is he that quick to the trigger? A mercenary is a mercenary at heart, and he'll always and forever be that way. His party is practically the same way, not showing much mercy in general. But with Naofumi leaving, and a shadow with multiple knights surrounding him while leaving the kingdom, or while leaving the castle, what will happen next? And what if Naofumi was the legendary mercenary hero? Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Golden Falls Golden. What if? Whatever you want to call me. And I'm back with the finale of What If Naofumi was the legendary mercenary hero, legendary merc with a mouth, whatever you want to call it. And we are here with the finale, and we're going to finish this up and get on to some new series. As always, I will always say this, until the entirety or mostly of season 2 is out, I go based off the anime. So if you guys do want to see some different animes happen, it won't be based off the manga. I was thinking about and have been getting a lot of suggestions for Vinland Saga, and I'm definitely interested in doing that. I haven't finished the anime yet, but I've also gotten people ask that we do the manga, and I've been recommended the manga. Even if the manga is better, I don't think I'll be doing the manga because a lot of people don't read manga. I'll be honest. It's a lot of anime, and you can call it a casual thing, you can call it not a casual thing, whatever. But yeah, it's just the thing. I know what happens in Shield Hero, like I do, but I'm not gonna spoil the whole season for the people that just watch the anime as it goes on. And with that said, I'm not gonna waste any more of your time, and let's just get right into the what if. Let's get it. With Naofumi surrounded, what should he do? Should he take everybody out and leave on his lonesome? And he thinks that he might even have to face one of these assassins called the Shadows. But it seems like the Shadow isn't even there to fight, giving him an amulet and just leaving immediately. He's not sure what's even going on, looking at the said amulet. Now, what is this trinket? Seriously. I mean, it doesn't really look good on me. What do you think? What do you guys think? It looks good on me? The trinket? The little 3 Heroes Church trinket? Oh. Now I get it. They're inviting me to dinner. Yeah, no, that's not what they're doing. Naofumi then proceeds to throw the trinket, or the little emblem, at one of their heads, and proceeds to knock them all out with relative ease, leaving after picking up the trinket, or the emblem once again, and he begins to head out with his party, telling his party that they need to go, that they need to actually go and handle some things, you could say. But frankly, he's not so sure what or how to approach it, and he might be in some serious trouble. Raftalia and Domino and also Philo ask what the heck he did, and he said he might have, just maybe, might have put a bullet in the king's head. He then walks out of the area with his party, and his party questions why he would even do that, and that's basically political suicide, and that they're going to be thrown out of the kingdom. And Naofumi shrugs. Does it really matter? I mean, honestly, these people, they're so annoying. They then say that it does matter, and that even if they don't like the person, at least in terms of the king, he has to pick and choose who he kills properly. Yeah, I know, that's why I didn't kill those knights over there. I didn't want to make it worse. Then they all look at him and are confused. Make it worse? How could you even make it worse? You put a bullet in the king's head. Oh, you know, that's a fair point. I should have just killed them. That's not what we're saying. Okay. Now let me reiterate. They then cut him off, saying that there's no time to reiterate and that they need to either leave or handle business elsewhere, like now. So that's exactly what Naofumi and his party does. He begins to try to investigate the 3 Heroes Church, But during this investigation, it kind of goes south. It seems like, well, the church knew he was going to be investigating, and out of nowhere, a giant blast comes hurling down toward him and also his party. But he's able to get his party out of the way, and the blast lands on him, more or less scorching him like crazy. They all think Naofumi is dead. They begin to look at their HUD menus and hope for the best, praying that Naofumi is actually alive. But just as the smoke clears, Naofumi's body lays there. It's seemingly lifeless. Domino walks over, and so does Raphtalia and also Philo, and they begin to cry about Naofumi now being gone. Naofumi then out of nowhere though springs up. You thought I was dead? Come on, guys. How would I be? As he is finishing this sentence, they all slap him in the face, telling him to never do something like that again. He kind of just shrugs and says that they obviously knew they were going to be here, so the Pope, or whatever is happening, must be making their final move. So Naofumi and his party head off once again, their goal being a lot more simple. And that goal is the fact that they need to find the Pope. Once they find the Pope, they can end this. He assumes that whatever blast that it created, it must have been some magical strengthened weapon, and it has something to do with his holy quote-unquote powers. So Naofumi begins his search with his party for the said Pope, finding a gathering not too far from where he was supposed to be dead, seeing one of the heroes' parties there as well. The Pope stands above Motayasu's party, about to kill them and wipe them off the face of the earth, and says that he already handled Ren and Itsuki. Just as the Pope is saying this to Motayasu's party, bullets ring off, and multiple holes are put into the Pope. The Pope had no idea that Naofumi's party even arrived, had no idea Naofumi was even alive. While extremely injured, the Pope is still alive because of his followers. His followers are basically pumping in life energy and anything they could possibly think of, but he is pretty injured, and the bullets that landed on him from Naofumi and Domino are severely hurting him. Just as he begins to try and recover and point his weapon at Naofumi, a slice of a blade comes around his back. He gets sliced by Raphtalia, in which she was able to close the distance on the distraction. But right after that, another blade comes striking down, and it's Ren. Ren is back and still alive. Followed up by this slash is a hyper dense arrow, getting shot straight at the back of the Pope, landing cleanly right through his body. Naofumi then goes to finish the job, using both of his katanas, basically doing a Jedi light or a Sith lightsaber type of execution. You have betrayed the Jedi. He then slices his neck off completely, and they ask him what the hell did he just say. Oh, it's this cool, you know what? Never mind. Nobody even gets it anymore. They don't understand. They then say that even if they knew it, he's from a totally different timeline and totally different universe, so how would they even know what he would be referencing? Oh, you are right. I wonder if you have other people like me, other Deadpools in your universes. I heard there was a Deadpool that's like a dog, Deadpool that's like a zombie, a Deadpool that's a woman. Love to meet that one. That'd be awesome. His party then slaps him on the back of the head, telling him to stop doing that and stop rambling like that. And Naofumi just shrugs, saying that, you know, it's just him. Naofumi then begins to get questioned by Ren, Itsuki, and Motoyasu, and about the fact that he killed the king. Killed the king? How dare you even? Yeah, I totally did that. Totally did it. I'll be honest. Yep, killed him. Put him in the grave. They say they get it and that he doesn't need to keep saying it, and he kind of just shrugs, telling him that he had to do what he had to do. He didn't really have a choice, in which they say that he did have a choice. Okay, I did have a choice, but come on. He threatened my party, threatened me. It's a threat. A threat's a threat. The queen then comes out of nowhere and says that a threat is a threat. As mad as she is at Naofumi for killing her husband, at the same time, she can't be that mad. Naofumi looks and immediately is in love with the queen. Whoa. Now that, whoa. I'll be honest, look, no disrespect, Domino, but whoa. Domino slaps him on the back of the head and tells him to stop doing that. And the queen walks over and says that he's already been, well, sort of forgiven for killing the king, and that they know exactly what happened. The shadows revealed it, and that she was given the option to make the choice. Either banish him, which is not like they even could do that in the first place, or kill him, or obviously set him free. In which she decided to set him free because, let's just say, there's no way they're killing him, and they kind of need him for the waves. So the queen tells them all that they'll be going back to the kingdom, but the other three heroes are kind of unsettled by this. The fact that he's going to be let off scotch-free, but the queen reminds them that they have done some really bad things. Even some things that Naofumi has cleaned up himself. I did? Oh, I did do that, huh? I remember that. Yeah, I got paid for that too. Yeah, good money. The queen then tells him to please stop, and he says that he's sorry as they continue speaking about the whole incident, explaining that Naofumi would be let off scotch-free because of the fact that the king was corrupt and actually helping the Three Heroes Church, and on top of that, they were more or less about to be, that they're trying to deceive everybody and take over the kingdom themselves. So at the same time, death would have been a suitable punishment. She then looks at mine and points at her as well, and Naofumi kind of says that she looks like him when he points her gun at him, or points his gun at her. In which the queen is confused by, and she screams saying that, yeah, he shot me in the leg before. And as she says this, Naofumi shoots her in the leg again. Look, I'm just saying, you just don't know how to be quiet. Like, seriously. This girl, huh? His party doesn't even reprimand him by any means. They kind of laugh about it. They don't like mine either. Frankly, none of them do. But she's still a princess of whatever. And the queen basically kind of says that that is her punishment to get shot in the leg. And that she's lucky that she's not being sentenced to death. But she will be stripped of her princess title because of what she's done throughout this entire time. Trying to turn hero on other hero and also working with the Three Heroes Church, that is ridiculous. After all that is said and done, they go back to the kingdom. And when they arrive at the kingdom, a couple days pass, they relax, have a nice little party, whatever, all that good stuff. And then they finally have their Four Heroes Council meeting. During this meeting, they actually talk about various things. And the main thing they talk about, though, is all four of them working together. Naofumi does discuss that working together would be a good idea, but frankly, let's be honest, egos don't work well with other egos. And he speaks from experience. Literally. He begins to say that, frankly, they're not going to all be able to work together when they all believe that their way is the right way and also the only way. In which the queen is confused and asks him what he means by this, and he explains. Look, in terms of leveling up, growing, getting stronger, I can guarantee you all of them think otherwise and think differently. I'm the only one that really doesn't understand this video game stuff, and I've been just taking this as if it was like real life. I'll be honest, I'm a mercenary. I kill things, fight people, for money, so it's kind of my thing. I just kill things, level up, and then I'm good. Them, I'm not so sure. I think they're taking it as a video game. I think it's pretty blatantly obvious. They then say that that's not even true, and that the best way to level is so on and so forth. And they basically just explain different ways of the way they've been leveling. Saying that Ren says that, oh no, it's this, and Itsuki says no, it's this, and Motoyasu says it's another thing. They all think three very different things, and Naofumi puts both of his hands out. I told you. I don't know who wrote this story, but god damn, you three are annoying. They're all confused. Story. You guys can take this like a video game, but I can't act like it's a story. I mean, kind of is, you know. I feel like I'm in a TV show sometimes, honestly. Like, I miss the comic books. I want to go back to the comic books. That was way better. Few lines. I didn't have to talk to people. Just funny quips. That was so much better. Now, Fumi is just talking to himself as they are really confused. But the queen says that he's right. That they all need to combine their efforts together to actually properly level up and get stronger to the furthest extent. But they are convinced. They say just that Naofumi is strong because he's a mercenary, and that's it, and that he has his own little special thing, so that's why he's so strong. But Naofumi finds this to be ridiculous, but he just shrugs and says that if they don't have anything else to talk about, that he'd rather just leave, because this is kind of a waste of time. The queen does say that she has one more thing to speak about, and it's actually the Cal Mira Archipelago event. It's coming up really soon, and it'll be a good way for them to XP grind. She knows Naofumi is already a really strong, but his party can get stronger, he can get stronger, and it's better to be prepared than underprepared. And he agrees with that. He's points at her, saying that is a great idea, winking at her as he leaves, and she kind of is like blushing because of this, and the other heroes are just confused. She waves it off as if that didn't even happen, throwing her fan over her face as Naofumi heads out to basically meet up his party once again, explaining to them the entire situation, in which all three of them are kind of excited. They can get even stronger at an even faster rate now, especially because every time they would try to train, it would be mostly throughout or before and after a mission or like some traveling trading thing. So they wouldn't really get efficient leveling up. But now, this would be the first time since really the first wave. And that's great for them. So the next day, they then all leave. Everybody leaves on a ship and heads to the Cal Mira Archipelago event. During this ship ride though, Naofumi does see a couple people. Someone by the name of Lark and another woman by the name of Therese. He introduces himself as their friendly neighborhood Deadpool, and he just explains that he's the mercenary hero. They don't really believe him, but he says, how would he be? What is he? A cosplayer? Like, he's not wearing a Spider-Man suit. Like, he's not a cosplayer. He's literally wearing the same suit that the mercenary hero has been wearing this entire time. Same katanas, same gun, or at least sort of. I know they're a little different. He pulls them out as he begins to spin them, and lightning begins to surround them. See, I have lightning, but like, it's not that different. I mean, the color's still the same. He puts them back on his back, and Lark and Therese are shocked to see that. Naofumi didn't even show this when Glass came, but obviously Naofumi isn't really clued in to the fact that they were working or are working with Glass. Naofumi kind of just says it's whatever, that they can believe him, they don't have to believe him, he doesn't really mind, but to not do anything dumb, because if you try to take his gun, then he'll shoot you in the face. After the slow but steady ride all the way over there, they arrive at Cal Mira, and when they arrive, Naofumi and his party immediately get to training, leveling up like crazy, slaying strong boss after strong boss, strong monster after strong monster, mowing through everything. Especially with guns, it is extremely easy for Naofumi and Domino to just mow through everything. So they just do just that. They mow through everything they can possibly see, gaining and racking up tons and tons of XP, and their levels skyrocket at an accelerated rate. Naofumi then also decides to actually train and level up a little bit with Lark and Therese to see what they got, seeing that Lark is very skilled and Therese has a really good basically use of her gems. He wonders though, using a singular weapon, the gem hero, the scythe hero, that sounds really cool, guys. That's cool nicknames, huh? They look at him really confused and say that no, that's not really their thing. And Naofumi just shrugs, that would have been better than like the sword hero. That sounds lame. The bow hero, like guns are so much better. And then what? The spear hero? Who wants to use a spear? A spear? I'd rather have a scythe. Scythes are cooler. It's like you're the Grim Reaper. Yeah. I know who you are, by the way. They then immediately leave with Naofumi as Lark and Therese stand there in complete shock. What? He knows who we are? I'm more confused I've ever been in my life. Therese says the same as Naofumi and his party decide to rest for an entire day. But during this time, Philo finds something very odd and suspicious, in which Naofumi had a feeling would actually occur. He was wondering why they would even be here, especially because normally they just come through the wave, but it seems like they have a way to be here without the wave opening. But with that said, he makes sure to inform the Queen about the occurring wave, and she begins to send off a fleet of ships, and even herself, she arrives there. They have a fleet of ships for each hero and some various other people as well. The plan is simple, frankly. The heroes will fight the main boss and everybody else will fight the bosses or the smaller monsters that are just not as big of a threat. They wait for the wave to begin, and just as it does, the clouds and everything in the sky begin to change at a rapid rate. The sky is now this purple color, and the wave begins. A giant fish-like monster appears from the water, followed up by smaller fish-like monsters as well. And luckily, Naofumi and his party are able to just shoot into the water, helping with the smaller monsters pretty quickly, and then also proceeding to fight the giant fish monster. They begin to shoot at the fish monster, landing crucial blows, and more or less putting it out of commission relatively quickly. It's bleeding like crazy, and just as he begins to go finish it off, Lark charges in at it and slices down on the fish monster. Naofumi knew exactly who these people were. Frankly, he's not an idiot, and he knows these things are happening, and he goes to meet both of them on the monster. Now, this is interesting. I kind of knew this already, but the real question is why? Just why? Why do you even think this is a good idea? Lark begins to say that a good idea doesn't matter, that they have to protect their worlds, and this is the only choice they have, to kill the other heroes, and then their world will be safe. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, man. Makes no sense at all. How would that make your world safe? What are we gonna go and invade it? I mean, depending on how much you paid me, I definitely invade another world. I don't know how much you would even have to pay me. Not that much. Maybe like 200 gold pieces. Domino then flicks him on the back of the head and tells him to be serious for once. Naofumi raises his hands and says that he apologizes. Seriously though, you want to proceed with this fight. I assume this is why the wave's not over, and I assume this is why you all are here, right? To kill me? To kill these other people? Yeah, sorry to tell you. I'm not sure if I can even die. Like, we can try. Naofumi turns his blade on himself and stabs himself through the chest and begins to slice upward and then pulls it out. Pulls out the blade that he just sliced through his body, and he just begins to regenerate immediately. Lark and Therese are terrified. What the hell are you? Naofumi shrugs. Some people call me a mutant, some people call me that I got superpowers, and others call me the legendary mercenary hero. I guess mercenary hero's cool, but I still prefer Deadpool. Deadpool's way cooler. Red suit, you know? Cool mask. Ooh, speaking of mask, let me put that on. Where'd I put the mask at? I know I put it somewhere around here. Lark is just in complete awe, and so is Therese. They don't even know what to do. They're in shock, and as they are basically in complete awe, Glass then arrives, beginning to blast at Naofumi, putting holes in him, but he collapses to the ground and reaches into his pocket. Oh, there's my mask! Putting on his mask as he stands up as the holes in his body begin to regenerate. He shoots a bullet toward Glass, forcing her back down toward the ground. He then tells them, all three of them, see, not the best idea. I could just, pew 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 and everything kind of goes my way. Or you can leave now and we can figure something out. Maybe if you pay me, I'll help you. Maybe a little bit of cash. I mean, I don't know if your currency is the same in my world. But still, money is money. I'll take it. I wonder what the exchange rates are between worlds. How does that work? Like, is my 1 gold piece like a platinum piece or something in your world? Or like what do you got over there? You got gold pieces? Do you use dollars? Yen? No. Yeah, okay. No one wants to answer. This is serious questions, guys. Serious questions. The other 3 people, obviously Lark, Therese, and Glass, do not find this amusing. But Naofumi then just tells them that he'll help them if they decide to leave now. He doesn't want to fight. Frankly, it's a waste of time. He knows he'll win this fight, and he doesn't want to have to kill people for no apparent reason. He only kills people that he doesn't like. And frankly, he does kind of like them. They're not bad. Also for money. Like, if someone paid him $200 right now, he'd put a bullet in all 3 of them. But, it's not really possible anymore. Because I'm not at home. No $200 for me. Poor Deadpool. Glass is just in shock. This is the person that she was preparing for, and he's that much stronger than them? Like, what are they even supposed to do? And Naofumi kind of reads her mind, not really reading her mind, but just assuming what she thought, telling her that they should just go. They should just leave, and they'll meet up one of these times, and maybe they can figure out this whole dilemma they're having. And frankly, Lark and Therese, and also Glass, don't really have a choice. What are they supposed to do? It's not like they're going to just fight to the death against Naofumi for no apparent reason. Lark is too smart for that, and frankly, Glass doesn't want to throw her life away, and same thing with Therese. So they decide that they're going to leave. They then say that they will be back, and Naofumi is basically shrugging. Yeah, I assumed you would be back, but what do you plan on doing when you come back? They begin to say that they're going to be stronger, and they'll be the ones dictating the battle. But as they say this, Naofumi puts a bullet in all three of their heads. Dictate the battle? Guys, that just sounds ridiculous. All you hear is one large splash, as, let's just say, those people that were about to leave are not going to come back out of the ocean because they're dead. Naofumi proceeded to kill them, and let's just say Raftalia, Domino, and Philo are kind of shocked by this. Guys, are you really shocked by that? Like, have you seen what I do? Like, this is my job? My job? I kill people for a living? Guys, I have pistol in my back pockets. I have different sword for a saber-toothed tiger. I don't understand why everybody's confused by this. They then say that he let them go. Whoa, come on. I never let them go. They just were leaving. Then they said something I didn't like, so I put a bullet in their head. Then they all are just completely baffled by the decision, but they do realize who they're talking to. They're talking to Naofumi, the person that's been doing some of the most unorthodox things ever. He even put a bullet in the king's head. So that's all over and done with. He feels that they don't have to deal with those three people anymore, and that they can just go on with the rest of whatever they have to do. The legendary mercenary hero has definitely just done something nobody was really expecting. Except for they probably should have been expecting it because it's Deadpool. With that said though, what is even up ahead of him? What is he supposed to do now? Yes, he handled those threats, but will there be repercussions because he did that? Will he be able to still handle what's going to approach in the near... You know I'll be able to handle it easily. I got a gun, katanas, all that good stuff. Now you, Mr. Ryder, you better watch out, because if I come through that screen, I'm gonna beat you up. Okay, let's calm down, you know? Like, I'm just a normal guy, just riding and talking, It's like, yeah, exactly. So you better watch out, or else put a gun in your head. Better watch it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Now give me your monetization, right now. Well, Mr. Deadpool, this might not even be monetized. Amount of times you kill people. I mean, there's no guarantee. I hope for the best, but I mean, I don't care. I need all your monetization money, right now, in gold pieces, right now. Well, everyone, I think I'm gonna end the video here before I get my head taken off by Mr. Naofumi Deadpool himself. I hope you all enjoyed this finale of What If Naofumi Was a Legendary Mercenary Hero, and I hope all y'all have an amazing day. Yeah, later.